Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fnatic versus Arcanys. We're here in the upper bracket, upper semifinals of the C Kappa. Oh God, invitational number 1. Let's just do it. Here we go. Game 2. All right. We're cracked. We're bruised. We're ready. That's how Arcanys must be feeling right now. It was a brutal, brutal game number 1 for Arcanys fans around the world. Better yet, around Southeast Asia.
Sven stands ready.
They tried their hardest. They put up a damn good
pick.
fight, but in the end, Fnatic just drafted superior team fight prowess. And here, it looks like the beginning of a similar draft. We've seen stories like this from Fnatic. The most recent of which was Game 2 against Rave, but 24 hours ago. They second-picked a Chen, they knocked down some towers, and they just never stopped pushing. We're talking about a 12-minute high ground. And I think they may do something similar. Fnatic, I think, likely to pick up Witch Doctor here as one of their supports. Some good AoE healing sustained for the team. More physical damage. Good in those pushing lineups. Now, Arcanys, they pick up the Doombringer again. This feels like a very greedy opener to me from Arcanys, and I think Fnatic is reading this saying, we are ready to push. Jungling Doom, not the best against those early sieging lineups, nor is the Nature's Prophet. His split push really comes online later on, once he gets that kind of Midas farm going on, even if he doesn't have Midas. Still needs some time for that farm to kick in. He does not do particularly well in defending early pushes. Zeus, an interesting third ban here from Fnatic as Arcanys do take out the Beastmaster. I do like the BM ban. Old Rexar there. He synergizes pretty well in these pushing lineups. Again, that inner beast aura that we talked about in the last game. But he's also just a good standalone hero. Just individually, very hard to deal with. Provides a lot of vision, big burst damage, good lockdown. Just kind of provides everything you're looking for in one of them big old beefcakes that you put in the off lane. Broodmother, 4th ban here from Arcanys. We've seen quite a few Broodmother bans that are in this fashion. Doesn't seem like many teams are so interested in first picking the Broodmother, but many not interested in playing against her once those initial first picks are revealed. Fnatic thinking about this 4th ban here. Probably going to take out another spellcaster. No, they ban out the Ursa. Interesting. Well, good carry that can go kind of blow for blow with the Sven. And does kind of skirmish a bit earlier than the Rogue Knight would generally like to. Fnatic right away go with the Vengeful Spirit. Great support. A stun to set up for the Sven to close the gap. Follow up with his stun. 2 stuns. What could be bad about that? A little more vision control. And most importantly, another aura. 5-man Dota. I'm feeling it here for Fnatic. Darkseer, the 3rd pick for Arcanys. So basically confirmation now. How are they going to lay in this? 3 offlaners here for Arcanys.
5 seconds remaining.
Probably offlane Darkseer, Jungle Doom.
Reserve time.
Offlane Darkseer, Jungle Prophet, Safe Lane Doom. Safe Lane Prophet. Kind of funky. Very greedy from Arcanys as well. All 3 of those heroes need a lot of space in the early game. And really a fair bit of farm to come online. All of them have pretty good farming tools in terms of their ability to recover. Part of what makes them good offlaners. Oh, but here we go. The Fnatic bread and butter when they want to be aggressive. The offlane Phoenix. And a great early skirmishing hero. Huge damage output with those fire spirits. As well as the Supernova. And they've got a lot of stuns to help set that up. Venge can be very useful in swapping both into the supernova and swapping people away that are auto-attacking.
10 seconds.
If Sven gets a good stun while they're trying to kill the egg, that can yield a kill. And even Chen.
5 seconds.
Chances are he's going to pick up a centaur at some point this game. And that's going to be yet another AoE stun that Fnatic will have at their disposal.
Time.
Now moving into game 2 here, what do Arcanys want? They've got their 4th pick ready. A lot of reserve time here to think about it. I mean, one of these has to be the 4. I think pretty likely you take your 5, whatever that support choice is, and then save the final core for last. Because the one advantage that I see in this Arcanys draft is you really don't know how they're going to set this up. I mean, we've seen Darkseer mid before, not that common.
Fnatic's turn to ban.
And they will do that. They'll take the Witch Doctor, so get a little bit of team fight for themselves. Not the best hero against Sven, just in general. Stun, likely to interrupt the Death Ward channeling.
10 seconds.
The Malefice is good, or a Maledict rather, is good for trying to find kills on the Sven since he's tanky, but it's easier said than done. Warcry is just straight physical damage mitigation.
Radiant team
And that's all the Death Ward is. Maybe Arcanys just feeling like, well, we're going to have to team fight here, so we might as well pick a support that does give us some sustainability in these team fights. I think that logic is sound.
10 seconds remaining.
But I don't know if the synergy is there in this fight and in this draft. Final picks around the corner, though. Clinks as well as the Death Prophet. Final bans here. And Fnatic will be looking for their final core. Of course, they'll put Chen in the jungle. And it will be Puck for the mid lane. Okay.
Radiant team pick.
Well, not quite that all-in pushing strat I was originally thinking, but they will take that Fairy Dragon. And it should be a really good mid-game tempo controller. Now, Arcanys take the Alchemist here. This is the second time we've seen this. It's very reminiscent of the Fnatic Rave Game 2. I referenced it in the last game. And Rave did the same thing where they did a 5th pick Alchemist that went mid. And against the Puck, I guess Alchemist can do pretty well. Although 3-4-3, if he rotates, if he gets aggressive this game, that Alchemist could be in a world of hurt. A very low armor starting, or low starting armor hero. So even just a level 2 Venge with a stun and a scream buffs up the damage that Puck does quite a bit. Couple of auto attacks, and they should be able to find a kill. Same goes for the early rotations from DJ. I feel like they can pick on this Alchemist quite a bit. On top of that, it's just so damn greedy. Like, this is greed central over here. With the exception of Witch Doctor, every single one of these blokes is looking for a boatload of farm. Especially the Alchemist. You know, I mean, he's a money machine. That's what he does. That's his MO. So per usual, I mean, if this works out, if Fnatic don't pressure early, for whatever reason, Arcanys can definitely benefit and have a really ridiculous late game. But it's getting there, that's the problem. And I think we're going to see Fnatic play this one a lot more aggressive. We'll see Ohio get pretty active, especially after that Aghanim's comes out. Look at these treants. Look at that derpy-looking thing. What in the hell kind of animal is that? It looks like a... Jesus Christ, I don't know.
30 seconds to battle.
It looks like Enchantress made love to a tree that had a little tree goat baby. Fuck, those things are ugly. What set is that from? I gotta investigate this. Where are you, little treants? Little buggers? What on earth? What set is this? What is this from? Alright, well, it's wild and crazy. I'll give it that. Alright, bounty runes come out. One apiece. This time Arcanys make it a little bit more of a priority, as you gotta do when you've got the Alchemist. Initial wards coming down, looking very similar for Fnatic here. They'll ward up almost the same areas. And Radiant will once again ward up this mid lane. And they'll actually follow suit and ward up that little spot in the jungle there, their entryway. Tiger Lily, going to be in a lot of trouble again. They know exactly where he lives. Little Ishkafel here. He's going to try to eat his way through the trees. Run, little blue dude, run. Fancy footwork there. He will make it out. But another game where this offlaner is really going to struggle. That Weaver was hard for him last match. He will go Ion Shell level 1. And still able to kind of push the lane in and get a fast level 2. Kind of the dream for the Darkseer. Once you get Surge, your whole life becomes a lot easier. You're much less susceptible to getting taken out. DJ pops his early smoke. Finds himself a Hellbear Smasher, one of his first creeps. And we'll see what the rotation is. Looks like he has his sights set on the Alchemist. Mid 1, only level 3. Softens him up with an orb. Does jaunt aggressively, and here you go. The smoke's revealed. BNG seems privy to it. And he will just walk back. Pretty easy gank to dodge there. In mid 1, actually taking a lot of collateral damage. He does have a healing salve, though, so he should be all right. Tiger Lily, 3-4-3, going at it, blow for blow. I take that back. Tiger Lily's actually having just a fine time up here. Net able to kind of farm through it, holding on to some skill points for now. Deciding if he wants to go Great Cleave, and yes, he does.
Almighty money.
Rock's going to get that Invis rune down bottom. And Doom gets the bounty up top. Small stroke of RNG going the way of Fnatic there. Bounty rune not in the hands of the Alchemist. I like how aggressive Venge is staying here. And they might be able to set this up on the Tiger Lily. Net's coming in. He does have a stun here. But they won't have the right-click damage. Now Play Hard teleports up on the Furion. 3-4-3 says, I'm out of here. Almost makes it, but Furion draws the first blood. Good rotation there. Now back towards the mid. BNG. Initiated on by the Puck. Gets silenced. DJ trying to close the gap. Jaunt forward. This should be a kill mid, and it is. Puck just moments shy of securing a first blood for himself. Gets a kill nonetheless, but not the first blood he was hoping for. Still a great rotation from the Prophet, who's now TP'd back down bottom. 1 for 1 across the map. Things already starting to heat up here in Game 2, where Fnatic does lead 1-0. Chen now moving into enemy territory. He is level 2. And might try to have a go at the Witch Doctor. Phoenix, level 2 as well, but they've got Fiery Spirits, and they actually hurt. Even just the Thunderclap alone, big damage on the Witch Doctor, and they make it work.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Up top here. A little pressure past the tower. But only so much they can do in these early levels. Really annoying for the Sven. Only 9 last hits compared to the 12 of the Darkseer. Hard to last hit under the tower. But still recoverable. They're not killing him. He's still getting experience. He's still having a chance to auto-attack these creeps. This could be a lot worse for Net. DJ taking some time to himself here. I like the idea to rotate Boombox into the lane. We've seen these Dooms just stick around in the jungle and get their own, but staying in the lane is really helping out the Darkseer. We'll see the hasted Alchemist still get the bounty rune. They might be able to kill him for this, and they will. Can't imagine the Alcs happy with that exchange. If they had denied the bounty as well, that would have been brilliant, and a really noble effort from mid one to use the Dream Coil in such a manner. The Alcs still snapped it, and he almost didn't make it to that bounty rune. Meanwhile, up top, Net initiated on. A little war cry will keep him just fine. And old Netty gonna walk away. Oh, Net. All right, DJ, what's going on, my man? You got the mount, and you're rocking it in the jungle. Another Hellbear Smasher. Tomatoes and potatoes. Let's see what he bumps into. Oh, it's Mackenzie. Hello. He's gonna block this stack here. And he's gonna steal a Centaur. That's just straight money for DJ. Up top now, Doom staying aggressive. Getting a little cocky with that Ion Shell on. Oh, now he gets surged forward. All right, he's cruising. Teleport in from Play Hard. They're going for 3-4-3. He's going to move into the tree line here, and they're going to cut him down. These little retarded tree ants are chasing him. That'll be enough to secure the kill there. Plenty of vision. And Sven needs to get the hell out of there, Net. Better back up, little baby. He'll be okay. Well, not a bad rotation. Prophet coming in again, just a support pick off. But if they can rotate this into a tier 1 tower push, could be pretty good. They force out the glyph. As Venge does TP back in. And the Witch Doctor will kind of linger mid here. This has been rough for the Alchemist. Look at this CS difference, and mid one is completely dominating. 31-12 versus the 18-0 Alc. Mid one going for this top rune. Gets off the Dream Coil again, just a little bit short of the rune. BNG doesn't snap it. But he will get the rune that mid one was trying to deny. Gets hit by the Furion ulti. The Wrath of Nature almost brings him down, but Puck will live. Or will he? Furion on his way in. Not going to be able to find the kill. Man, mid one living life on the edge here. Now Chen coming around the backside. May have a go at the Witch Doctor. Has a couple of creeps here. Hoof Stomp will be off the mark.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile up top, Net being chased down by Boombox. Stun from 343. No kill. A lot of action brewing in this game, but a lot of heroes surviving from these exchanges. These bouts of pressure. Tier 1 up tower up top, though, will fall in favor of Arcanys. Darkseer actually getting the last hit on that one. The little blue dude's getting quite a bit of farm. 30 last hits, #1 on the team. And this Darkseer will pick up some Arcane Boots and probably move into a nice early mech here. Really help out the team fight of Arcanys. Up top, let's see a dive. Well, there's no tower left, so it's not quite a dive. Another teleport, though, from the Prophet. This time they go for the Sven. Net cuts right through the tree. Has a stun if they want to try to turn this. Right onto Boombox. He will make it away. Now Ohio rotates in, and this Doom is done for. Ohio gets the kill there, but not enough mana for the Supernova. It's a bit unfortunate. Only 3 mana short. And Tiger Lily will TP home. No vision for the Venge. Well, still pretty good for a Fnatic. They don't concede a death themselves and kill the Doom. One of the problems here, though, is even though this Alchemist was getting beat by the Puck, he's now recovered. Only 5 CS behind, 34-39. And, of course, he is ahead on overall net worth by about 400. 3 points in the Grieval's Greed, getting away with a relatively greedy build overall. DJ level 5, 101. Not a bad presence early on. Looks like he's going to move into a mech himself. Buckler and Headdress recipes already secured. Fnatic probably going to be, looking for opportunities to fight, but not going to force the issue for another 5 minutes at least, I'd say. Need to get all of your level 6s, your swap, as well as the Hand of God there. Well, as I say that, they smoke up as 3. But still, they only smoke up as 3. Trying to apply pressure while still getting this farm going. You don't really see that true 5-man until they get a little bit more farm on old Svenny. But here we go. Rotation into the jungle. What do they find? It's a Nature's Prophet. Icarus dive in. Fiery Spirits to follow up. Puck goes in onto Boombox. Drops the Dream Coil. The rest of the team wants the Prophet. And they're going to find him. He's going to try to TP out, but they've got vision thanks to Venge. Meanwhile, in the mid, Puck gets a solo kill on the Doom. Now in on the Alchemist. 3 teammates nearby. They should be able to grab him here. Unstable Concoction comes out. Jesus. Chemical Rage comes out. And the rest of Fnatic does not rotate the same way, and they will let the Alc live. This tier 1 tower, though, might not be so lucky. Dance party in the jungle here. Ayo! What's up, Big Papa? Keeping it steady here, dropping the base. Little tornado to make this a more difficult defense. Boombox says, I've had enough of this dance party. Pulled the batteries right out of that thing. Net up top. He's going to be in some trouble. One more auto attack. Play hard. Can't quite get it. Fiery Spirits again from Ohio. This time he's got the Supernova. I don't think they can auto-attack it down, but Tiger Lily can surge away. Most other heroes died there, but he does make it out. Play hard, trying to TP home. Ohio doesn't have the damage. And the Prophet will live. Oh my god. It's actually too much. He dies in the well. Even I underestimated the damage of that Phoenix. Venge did die as collateral damage to the Alc as we were watching that exchange breakout. Well, great news for Ohio. He'll take that. That's a level 8 on him. Earn, Tranks, and 1,100 gold at 10 minutes. Yeah, he's going to have a pretty good Midas here. And also level 8. Compared to the level 6 Darkseer. So all things considered, I think Ohio's feeling okay. DJ getting a little bit of solo time down in the bottom lane. Just about 20 XP or so from level 6. But he's in pretty deep. Doom as well as Play Hard coming on in. DJ still not 6. He can't ult to heal himself. He gets some items delivered. And it's just a dead Chen. That's just a straight over commitment. No reason to be that far forward. Not respecting the global power of the Death Prophet. I said Death Prophet. The Nature's Prophet. My God. It's early here, folks. Got me some slack. These supports for Fnatic, though, starting to get a little bit underleveled here. Especially the bench, who's only 4. Three, 4, 3 with 3 deaths already. Kind of unfortunate for him. They see the Doom rotating over, though. Oh, man, that Hadouken brings him down low. That'll soften him up for Puck to connect with the Dream Coil. You actually have the follow-up damage here, though. Hoof Stomp off the mark again, but the double Hadouken sets it up, and they get the kill. Little baby Dooms coming out. He did have a golem in the belly. Meanwhile, up top, Net getting chased down by Tiger Lily. Wants to run, but he can't get through the wall. Play Hard now rotates up, and this should be a dead Sven. Hand of God, TP home. He makes it. What a player. Great coordination from Fnatic there. Hand of God came out just in the nick of time. Sven knew the perfect spot to hide. And he is rewarded by not losing gold. Congratulations, Sven. You lose nothing. It's not a bad prize, though. Here we go. Alchemist. Moving into that Radiance. Has the Relic already. Minimal losses here if he dies. And indeed he will. Couple problems with the Alchemist at this point. For both sides, from both perspectives, so we'll hold that thought. Doom onto Ohio. Swap. That's going to buy him a little bit of time. Maybe they can get the deny here. They just blow up the Prophet as well as the Doom. The send back from Chen actually keeps Ohio alive. Wow. A 3-0, soon to be 4, as Mackenzie gets caught by the Dream Coil. Playing ring around the Rosie, but it's just a matter of time. Even the Doom target survives as they utilize the Chen send back. Fnatic kind of clowning on Arcanys at this point. Style points for how they handled that fight. It's a pretty big exchange in terms of net worth. And now things are really starting to fall apart for the Radiant team there. Oh, Prophet. Oh, Prophet. You poor bastard. Talk about teleporting to the wrong place at the wrong time. They're going to set up on him here. Centaur Hoof Stomp actually connects. Hadouken's not quite enough, and Playhard actually lives. DJ now has to back out. He's got the Venge with him, but a lot of enemies inbound. This is actually going to cost the Chen. A bit sloppy here from Fnatic. That should have just been a free kill, I think. And now they're going to have to limp away.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, so let's take a look at this little team fight here. So it starts off with the Alchemist dying. Fnatic obviously invading the jungle. Doom comes running and says, hey, I see the Phoenix. Let's do this, y'all. Nice swap on the bench. Buys him that little bit of time he needs. Chen sends him back. And that beautiful stun sets it up to get those 2 kills, as well as keep him alive. Fabulous coordination there. Kind of plays you expect from the caliber team of Fnatic. Oh, pardon me, almost that kill up top on the Doom. Looks like Wall of Replica came down as well. Just a combo from the Puck. He's got the Blink Dagger now, so pretty easy to find those pickoffs on the squishy Doombringer.
Radiant's top tower is under
What are you
attack.
working on, Net? Got himself the Helm of the Dominator, not too shabby. Cutting the wave in that tier 1 here. Tiger Lily, whoa, taking a lot of damage. He's pretty low on mana as well. Darkseer does have a Vanguard, so he's pretty tanky. Cask bounces around. Now the Death Ward comes out. Ohio falls. Tiger Lily on the back line just barely stays alive. And that's a pretty decent streak going the way of the Nature's Prophet. Net TP's home, and the rest of Fnatic will retreat. Chen really needs this mech. And he's super close to it, just a chainmail away now. Actually has the mech recipe. Swap on to play hard. 3-4-3 looking for the opening. Can't quite get it. But he might walk right into him. He breaks the smoke from Boombox and Mackenzie. It is nighttime. Not sure that he had the intel, but this ward will give him the vision that he needs. Thinking about a swap, perhaps. They know exactly what this movement looks like.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, but Fnatic don't want to go for it. So before that last fight broke out, I wanted to talk about the Alchemist. Is he getting solo killed by Ohio here? Goes into the Supernova. Alk's going to be forced to stun himself. We'll have an Icarus dive coming up. Look at this Chen army. This is going to be a kill. Not quite the solo kill. The Chen creeps count for something. And now the wave of terror comes in. But a much needed kill on the Alchemist. So earlier I said scarier on both sides, or scary on both sides of the coin, because Alk still isn't in fighting shape. So if Fnatic continue to 5-man and fight, it's difficult for Arcanys to really take fights. But at the same time, he can still farm like mad. He is #1 on net worth. Net down bottom. Takes the Doom. Dream Coil on 2. They should still be able to isolate Net, no problem. He's got a Yasha. And we'll just tick down to the Doom ult. Trying to lifesteal his way back up, but not going to happen. And it looks like the puck was able to TP home. Dagon now picked up by mid one. Definitely a sign that they want to keep this high octane, keep the aggression on. And great to have burst damage against the Alchemist. Of course, effective against the Chemical Rage. You can burst him down. He can't regen through. I think also just trying to extend this window where the Alk is pretty squishy and susceptible to this burst damage. Radiance is great. He got it at a good timing. But it's not the end-all, be-all. It's his farming tool. Satyr Banisher setting this up on Doom. The Purge continually slowing him. Well done by Fnatic to start this off, and now Boombox will die. These little Satyr Banishers, man. It's a 3-second cooldown on that Purge. And they just chain slowed him. Very impressive, man. And that's the HOD from the Sven. That's not even a Chen creep. Sven and Chen, a match made in heaven. Well, Roche now, under attempt from Fnatic. Looks like it'll be a freebie. They've got a medallion on the bench, as well as that additional minus armor, so Roche falls pretty quick. Only takes 3 of them. Check in here at just general item progression. Doom going for the mech. And Prophet going for the Orchid build. So he's going for this kind of right-click based build. Sort of semi-carry Prophet and the utility of the Orchid. Oh, speak of the devil here. Dagon from Puck. Dream Coil to interrupt the TP, and that's a nice, easy pickoff. Meanwhile, Roche has gone down, and now Net just moves into at least a tri-stack, if not a quad-stack worth of Ancients. That's a lot of yummy farm for the Sven. It feels like as things are continuing to transpire here, Arcanys is getting more and more top-heavy. They're kind of keeping pace as a team for the most part. But it's all the Alchemist. And there's a lot of pressure on this hero to make something happen in these fights. 3-4-3 going blow for blow with Tiger Lily. He's got some friends nearby. Icarus dive over the trees. Ohio will be there, and they're going to see Boombox nearby. They mech up. Nature's Prophet joins the party, and they're going to be forced to take a fight here. Ohio does have a Supernova, but now doomed. He can't get it off. DJ gets left behind, and they'll get that first kill. 3-4-3 tries to TP home, and Phoenix might live yet. Icarus dive. Not going to have it for a little while here. But he will survive. So just Chen dying, well, never ideal. But could have been a hell of a lot worse. That was a 5-hero rotation from Arcanys. Net getting a little bit of solo time here in the mid. Still holding on to that Aegis. They'll have about 3.5 minutes left on the Aegis. So still plenty of time for Net to keep on farming and then still make use of that second life. A couple of choices here, and there you go. I was gonna say, could finish up the S and Y or just go right into the blink. He'll just throw his shield on the ground and say, Mama, I want to teleport. Alex still just farming like an absolute madman, though. Picked up that ulti orb already. So going for this kind of, I don't want to say outdated Alchemist build, but not really a hero item combination playstyle. You see that often these days, like the Radiance, Manta, Octarine. Once you get the Octarine, the Manta Illusions have pretty high uptime relative to the cooldown. Of course, they get the Radiance Burn, and you can just split push them all around.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It's really
attack.
annoying. It's really good for turbo farming, but
Radiant's bottom tower
one of the
has
issues with
fallen.
that build is it doesn't really present a good win condition. And they do have a pretty good team for Aghanim Scepters upgrades. So, I guess from that light, this Alk really can't have too much farm. And that's one of the things that that build really does. Once you get that core of items, you're pretty beefy. You can participate in fights, and you can just spam illusions. So, you know, Ags across the board would definitely, even just getting one on Prophet and the Witch Doctor, as well as the Doom. Those are probably the 3 biggies. Oh, 3-4-3. Unstable Concoction, that'll be a dead bench. Not much you can do about that one. In Ohio, about 1,000 gold away from that Shiva's Guard. Yeah, Prophet's farm is really slowed down, though. And that is one of the other issues of the Alchemist. He also just takes over the game in terms of farm for your team. Even if you have these greedier heroes that need some farm, Alk just clears it out so fast. It's not his fault. Tiger Lily initiated on up top. They're going to dive him. Orchid's already come out, but they don't have the damage. Witch Doctor with a Death Ward will go right into the Supernova. Meanwhile, DJ and BNG going at it, and BNG will connect with a stun. DJ almost falls, and he does. Now Net goes in, trying to go blow for blow. Boombox, he'll use the mech. Net's the one that takes the Doom, and it looks like a pretty good fight for Arcanys here. It's Fnatic on the back foot. They can't get their ducks in a row. It's actually Witch Doctor that dies to the puck, but it will cost them their Phoenix off to the side. 1 for 2, all things considered. I can't believe that Sven lived. Net makes it out in the tree line. And Arcanys takes a very small victory there in that fight. But SNY now up on Sven. 3-4-3 in the mid lane. Caught by the Sprout. Stun out on to play hard, but there's the Unstable Concoction. They should be able to follow up with an easy kill here. That little Satyr Banisher.
Dire's middle tower
Just
is
saying,
under
hey,
attack.
give him a little Purge Love tap. Hey there. All right. BNG opening up some possibilities for his team. He got a lot out of that. Now the Orchid out on the Prophet. Uh-oh.
Dire's
Mid one,
structures
Orchid
are
it up.
fortified.
Tower goes down. This puck's in trouble, baby. Can he live through it? And he can. Gonna be able to jaunt away. Bird on the way in, but no, puck still dies to the Alk. The Radiance Burn finishes him off. That's a monster kill streak going the way of the Alchemist. And what started as, well, that's not too bad of a fight for Arcanys. All of a sudden, that was a 4-kill trade.
Dire's top
1,000
tower
net
is
worth
under
gain just for
attack.
killing the puck. And now a Blink Dagger on the Doom. Net definitely feels a little underwhelming so far. I mean, 10k net worth, he's not farming poorly, but this Alchemist is just turbo farming at this point. Stacks will help, but at some point, Fnatic are going to have to take a pretty good, good team fight. And 23 minutes in, I feel like DJ has not really done crippling damage with this Chen. He had some okay early rotations. They knocked down a few tier 1 towers, but this is not the aggressive pushing Fnatic that they want to be right now. I think always hoping to have slightly more map control when you're in possession of a Chen. Prophet coming on up to the top lane here. Might have TP'd to the wrong place at the wrong time. 3-4-3's around the side. There's the stun from the Venge. Ohio's got a huge amount of magic damage to follow up, and it's an easy pick on the Prophet. That one was just unfortunate. They were lingering right nearby when he TP'd up. Now McKen's out, possibly in some trouble, but it's mid one that gets doomed, and they turn it the other way. And just as quickly as Fnatic get a kill, they concede one themselves. And it's another death at the hands of the Alchemist.
Radiant's
He's now
top
just a
tower is
couple
under
hundred gold
attack.
off this Octarine core.
Radiant structures
And
are
that's when this
fortified.
build is basically complete. That's the trifecta of items that allow him to do anything he wants. He can power farm into more of a carry. He can power farm some Aghanim Scepters. He can go for items to try to end the game. A lot of options. But here we go. Swap up top. Fnatic looking to take a good team fight. Tiger Lily take pretty good damage, but Boombox comes in around the backside. Supernova comes off. That'll keep the Phoenix alive. And Doom forced to just walk away. 3-4-3 again in a bad spot. And will get caught as Tiger Lily follows up. Chen ends up going down to the Alchemist solo in the mid lane. And this fight up top is going to be a disaster. Net and Ohio both on the back foot.
Dire's middle tower
And this is liable to be a full team wipe here. Net going to get taken out as the cast continues to bounce around. And Tiger Lily still chasing down Ohio. He doesn't have an Icarus dive for 15. Will have the Shivas, but Surge going to keep Tiger Lily safe. Looks like Puck respawning will be enough to deter and maybe get a kill actually for the Puck. Doesn't quite have the damage for Tiger Lily, but Sunray will finish him off. The Sprout actually part of his demise there. Ohio in a lot of trouble. Icarus dive in 2. Dream Coil buys him some space. He's trying to do what damage he can. Icarus dive across, comes back around, and he will live for now. Fogging around the tree line, Chen respawns and drops the Hand of God. They want to clean this up. Boombox getting low, tries to TP out. They might have the damage, and they do. Dagon there from the Puck. All the while in the mid lane, Alk picked up the Octarine Core, farmed another 1,500 gold, and almost took out a tier 3 tower.
Dire's top tower is under
Wow.
attack.
This Alchemist feels unstoppable. Fnatic were barely able to win that little exchange up top. It was basically a 4v5. And I guess 4v4. Chen died solo to the Alchemist. But Alk wasn't even a part of that main fight. Not surprised that Chen died. That part's no biggie. Play hard, may get caught here again. 3-4-3, walks right into him. And they'll hit him with a stun. Plenty of follow-up. Nature's Prophet back in the grave. These pickoffs are good, but it is not slowing down this Alchemist. Though, as I say that, there is a positive here for Fnatic. If they find a way to kill this Alchemist, they're in pretty good shape. There are a lot of eggs in this Alchemist basket.
The sun warms my limbs.
Smoke now from Arcanys as Fnatic move towards the Roche pit. They know it. Roche will die. They can't quite get there in time. The Prophet's bought back to TP in. A big fight for Fnatic, and Arcanys get off to a great start. They bring down the Chen right away, though Tiger Lily getting low. Nice Supernova off to the side, but McKen's out channeling the Death Ward. Doing some okay damage as now 3-4-3 swaps Tiger Lily into the Supernova. Nice setup there as they get the kill on the Darkseer. They trade 1 for 1. Net's lost the Aegis. He's come back to life. They're trying to go to town on this Alk, but they just don't have the damage, it feels like. Now buyback from the Darkseer. Fnatic barely starting to pull ahead in this fight. Ohio getting low and will die to the Orchid. Now Net in retreat mode. And they are starting to get cleaned up. Venge dies off to the side. Net will get brought down now by the Wrath of the Alchemist. And around the backside, Tiger Lily gets the kill on the Puck, and it's a 5-hero wipe. Arcanys coming out big once more. And again, it seemed like Fnatic played that well, even with the buyback on the Darkseer. They executed reasonably effectively. But in the end, this Alchemist is just too damn big. The Radiance damage over time on top of the Acid Spray.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Unless they catch him and blow him up right away, I don't know how they're killing him in these team fights, especially with the Crimson Guard to give him that extra damage mitigation.
Has fallen.
Boombox takes the Dagon, but Mech and all those support items are used. And everyone on Arcanys gets topped off again. Mid lane barracks secured for the Radiant, it looks like.
Dire's middle
What's
tower
Fnatic to
has
do?
fallen.
Dream Coil on 2. Swap to interrupt the TP on Play Hard. Orchid onto the Alk, but my god, the Nature's Prophet ult just bouncing around like crazy. And Fnatic just can't do it. Mid 1 brings down the Nature's Prophet. Ohio caught in the trees. And that will be enough for a kill. Limited on buybacks here. I think Fnatic likely to just GG out. 3-4-3 kill now. Could be another team fight all the way, or team wipe all the way around. Arcanys still with 4 live, feeling pretty healthy here. Tier 2 tower is still standing in the other lane, so they may just rotate about.
Under attack.
Fnatic gonna linger in the game a bit longer, and these tier 2 towers are basically the only reason. Net doomed, nowhere to go, and Sven just completely destroyed. They're pinging out the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. It looks like that'll be what they have in their sights. Well, this Arcanys draft, as I said early on, very greedy. But if they can get away with it, boy, is it going to be good. And get away with it, did they ever. This Alk just got an unbelievable amount of space. And now we're starting to see those Aghanim Scepters come out. Oh, 3-4-3. This poor Venge, man, just keeps getting caught.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Recoil on 3. This is painful to watch for Fnatic fans, man. They just feel completely helpless. They're trying to get pickoffs here and there, but it's like BNG's just ignoring them. Like, these aren't even team fights. This is just these little skirmishes back and forth with Radiant completely outlasting. Now Supernova comes in. Maybe this is a wipe for Fnatic. Possibly. Arcanys just disengage. No catch. If that Supernova goes off on the whole team, maybe they can do it. But now Boombox just comes right back in. BNG regenning up.
Dire's bottom barracks
And Ohio going to go right back to the well alongside the Chen. They get the pick off on the Witch Doctor. Basically, whoever Puck is able to dag on, sure they can kill. But just look how fast Net dies in that man fight. And that'll be the demoralizing blow. Arcanys take us to a game 3. As things get squared up here.
Dire's bottom barracks.
My God.
Victory.
Impressive execution here from Arcanys. They did a good job stopping that Chen from getting a lot of early momentum. And you could feel it. Chen is not a hero that scales well, especially against an Alchemist that gets that kind of space early on. And it just felt like at the end, Fnatic did not have the tools. Well, with that said, folks, we're taking a break, and we're coming back. The ace match of Fnatic versus Arcanys. The winner of this one moving on to the winner bracket finals. The loser going down to the lower bracket. Stick around to see the conclusion. I'm Zayori from moonducktv, and you're watching the C Kappa Invitational Season 1.